Hi, I'm Chris Haigh and this is the Fiddle channel, and today we're going to play a 16-bar blues called Down South Jukin. Down South Jukin was a request for Eero, one of my supporters on Patreon, and he'd seen a video of a guitarist singing and playing this song on his own, and wanted to know what the fiddle could do in that sort of situation. I'd not come across this song before. It's by the Lynyrd Skynyrd from 1978, a southern rock band. And listen to the original. It's a great original, a real rocking piece. I quickly discovered that it's a blues, but it's not a 12-bar blues. And not all blues are 12 bars. This one is a 16-bar blues. So I think the first thing we should do is just to have a look at how that sequence works. So basically we've got an extended opening section of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 bars of G. Let's just hear the backing once round. G, 2, 3, 4, 2, 2, 3, 4, 3, 2, 3, 4, 4, 2, 3, 4, 5, 2, 3, 4, 6, 2, now a D, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, G, 2, 3, 4, a G, and a C, 2, 3, 4, a C, 2, 3, 4, a G, 2, 3, 4, a D, 2, 3, 4, a G, 2, 3, 4. So it doesn't sound odd, it just sounds, it flows nicely and it has the obvious blues feel to it. Now I did a short series of videos a while back about the idea of the fiddle leading a blues, i.e. taking control of the chords, demonstrating the chords, and the riff and the bass line and the guitar part and doing the solo as well. Because fiddle players tend to think, if they're going to do a blues, okay, the guitarist or the pianist is going to lay down the groove, start it off, and then you are going to noodle around on the top. But it's perfectly possible for the fiddle player to lead. So if you were at a jam, for example, you wouldn't have to say, hey, Mr. Guitarist or Miss Guitarist, shall we do a blues? Could you start something off? You could just go... and you've stated all the chords, you've stated all the key changes, all the chord changes rather, you've stated the groove, and you're away to go. And everyone in the band immediately knows what's happening. And you didn't need someone else to do that for you. So that's what we're going to try and do here. So listening to the original of Down South Jukin, we've got this simple lick which goes through 3 chords. So that's for the G. For the D chord we've got back to the G, then for the C chord, G chord, D chord, G chord. So that's really easy. Bowing wise, I'm doing 3 ups or a down and 2 ups. So I want to hit that on a strong bow. So whatever else the bow's doing, I'm making sure I'm getting on a down for that. Now single notes is a bit boring for this, so you can either do a G drone or put a B drone below it. And I'm doing a little chop there as well at the end. For the D chord, I'm doing D drone over the riff. For the C, It's not as easy to find a harmony, so in fact I'm doing parallel fifths, which works nicely. And by parallel fifths I mean the fingers are going, are covering both the G string and the D string. So whatever you play on the G string, you're playing a fifth above on the D string. You might want to shift up an octave. So starting there, and then that's a nice harmony. D, C, and so on. So once you've mastered the simple lick, then find interesting things to do with it, and you don't have to do the lick every time, and you can gradually start bringing in bits of soloing, and at some point you can leave the lick behind altogether and just do soloing. Let's just go through those different stages, and then I will show you some licks that you can use for the solos. So starting off simple. Now with drums. Now up an octave. Now some soloing mixed in. I notice that's really effective if you play some of the lick and some of the solo and kind of alternate them. But if we want to go away from the lick altogether and assume that it's being taken care of by someone else, then you can solo really easily on the G major blues scale. And I do have a video all about this if you're not sure what to do with that. So I'm just going to go through once or maybe twice just using, in a very simplistic way, the G major blues scale. Okay, so that's all very well, but that was what I would call noodling, which means kind of aimless up and down with no phrasing and no thought behind it. So what you really need to do is to learn some licks which are based around that scale, and we have 5 of them. So first finger is going from B flat, sliding up to B natural, So you see we take in 3 adjacent notes from the scale. And this is what I would call a hemiola, a 3-note phrase or 3-beat phrase which is repeated as many times as you like. And because it's 3 and not 4, it repeats at a different part of the bar every time, which makes it more interesting. We've got another kind of cross rhythm. We've got a E over a flattened third. And we've got another hemiola, and the bowing for this, I'm doing each high G on a down bow and then followed by 2 separated up bows. And finally what I call the harmonica lick. So sliding up from the B flat to the B natural and then trilling the 3rd finger. And most of these licks I've taken from Papa John Creech, who was a great fiddler with Hot Tuna, and I'll be doing one of those tunes actually as well. So I'm going to finish off with a solo which will use all 5 of these licks and lots more as well. Notice that a lot of these licks will work over all 3 chords. Sometimes you may want to modify the lick or move to a different lick when the chord changes, but gradually you'll find out how to do this quite easily. I've got a video of 20 blues licks of this kind of thing, which was one of my earliest and most successful videos, so you might want to check that one out. Thanks for watching. If you'd like the sheet music for this, then do subscribe to the channel, send me an email, I will send you a PDF. And all of my PDFs are available on my Patreon page. On the Patreon you can, as I say, get all the PDFs. If you want to join as a free member, i.e. not take out a subscription, because lots of people don't want to, then you can buy all the PDFs for a mere £8 at the moment. £8 for 400 PDFs I think is a pretty good bargain. So thanks for watching, see you again soon.